नमस्कार दर्शकों, मैं हूं डॉक्टर अनुभा जैन और आज मेरे साथ हैं इसरो के महत्वाकांक्षी और भारत के पहले सौर मिशन आदित्य L1 की चीफ प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर और इसरो की वरिष्ठतम महिला वैज्ञानिक निगर शाजी। I'd like to welcome you, ma'am, and thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule. मैं बताना चाहूंगी, वर्तमान में निगर जी बेंगलुरु में इसरो के UR राव सैटेलाइट सेंटर में एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर हैं। 1987 में इसरो में शामिल होने के बाद निगर शाजी ने 35 से अधिक वर्षों तक अंतरिक्ष एजेंसी में संचार, उपग्रह, डिजाइन और नियंत्रण प्रणालियों सहित कई क्षेत्रों में काम किया। निगर शाजी ने अंतर्ग्रहीय उपग्रहों, रिमोट सेंसिंग और संचार सहित कई अंतरिक्ष कार्यक्रमों में योगदान दिया है। वे रिसोर्स सेट 2A उपग्रह की एसोसिएट प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर और इसरो की बेंगलुरु सुविधा में सैटेलाइट टेलीमेट्री सेंटर की प्रमुख भी रही हैं। So, ma'am, first I'd like to know how difficult it has been for women to enter the world of science and research.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for giving me an opportunity to interact with people here through your BBC. And first I like to tell it is not very difficult because there is a myth, or you say a mental block, that there is a general concept that maths and science is a difficult one compared to the other subjects. But I like to tell everyone that it is not so. Actually, maths is the easiest of all. You need not memorize or remember so many things. If you understand the logic, it is the very easiest subject to do. So that it is. I have to thank my parents who make me understand that in the initial stages. So that way I got interested. And so presently, the present scenario is that more and more women are into the science and engineering field. They understood. And so I would love to say it's not a difficult, and you drive away your mental block that maths and science is a difficult one. Okay. It is as easy as the other subjects if you understand well.
Okay. So, क्या आपके जीवन में कोई ऐसा खास मोड़ आया जिसने आपको साइंस और इंजीनियरिंग में करियर बनाने के लिए प्रेरित किया, मोटिवेट किया? हाउ डिड योर इंटरेस्ट इन दिस डायरेक्शन बिगिन एंड व्हाट मोटिवेटेड यू टू जॉइन दिस प्रेस्टिजियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लाइक इसरो?
Yeah, it's like I have to tell my father is the inspiration for me, and he introduced me to the world of science, and he used to tell me stories about Marie Curie those days, and got me interested in physics. And so he is also a graduate in mathematics those days. So I got interested in maths and physics, and I started learning. At one point of time that technology was emerging much faster, and it was then I took a decision that compared to science, let me concentrate on technology. That is an upcoming field, so which can make science a reality in technology. That is science, technology is nothing but the science is being made a reality or a real implementation. So that way I decided to join engineering. So after my engineering completion, I am looking for a job because I am interested to work in everybody is interested in space because always we have a curiosity to know the unknown. So that way it was, I didn't plan very much that I should join ISRO, but I was looking for an opportunity or a job after my completion of my undergraduate. So I appeared for an interview in ISRO, and I got the job. Okay. After joining into ISRO, it was really challenging, and every day it is a new thing you can learn. So basically, I want to break. Basically, your parents played a significant role, in shaping your future. So particularly in engineering during those times when it was not traditionally considered a career path for girls. What's your take on this? Because I always like to do something which is not done earlier, or something very challenging, which is some new. So I always wanted to do something different. So at that point of time, that was not many girls into the field of engineering. True. So I decided that I will go into that field.
Okay. So आपने इंजीनियरिंग में अपने करियर की शुरुआत की, तब से आज कितना कुछ बदलाव आप देखती हैं? How has the field of engineering evolved since you first entered it? What significant changes have you observed in terms of technology, methodology, and industry priorities over the years?
Yeah. Because when I was doing the engineering, just the electronics and communication field was a new branch of it. Before that, there was only three branches, only mechanical, civil and electrical. And the electronics and communication was the new emerging field. And I took that branch because actually I also wanted to take mechanical engineering, but those point of time the girls were not given the mechanical engineering. So I took this alternate path of electronics and communication. So what I felt is that the period when electronics, just the microprocessors and all the computers were, I have seen my own eyes in ISRO. When I joined in SHAR, the computer was occupying one room. That was the status. Now you are in your hands. That was the emerging technologies. Right. And even during my college days, I used to study the digital signal processing. It used to be a very imaginary field. But when I came to ISRO, I could really do something on that and see the output of the. And now you see the artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything is taking over. So continuously, its last 10 years, the decadal growth was phenomenal in electronics and communication.
Right, ma'am. So Aditya L1 mission से हम क्या कुछ expect कर सकते हैं? Like, what's the most significant aspect to emerge from this so challenging, I would say, this Aditya L1 solar mission?
Yeah, Aditya L1 mainly it was conceived to study. One is to understand the sun better, and the next important aspect is to have a better handle on the space weather modeling. Because as you see, presently we have lot of space assets. We have lot of spacecrafts, and ISRO, we ourselves have around more than 50 spacecrafts in space. And if you see the sun, it is not as you see, it is not very calm. Lot of ionized particles and the flares got emerging, and that is detrimental to the spacecraft. It can spoil, or you might have heard in Starlink, so many places that we lost the spacecraft because of the solar eruptions are this one. So we need to like how we have so much advanced in the earth weather. See, now our predictions are much better. So similar way, we should be in a position to predict the space weather so that we can protect our space assets. So to have a better, by these studies, we can have a better space weather model so that in future we will be in a position to build a better space weather model and better predictions. Okay. These are all the two major takeaways from Aditya.
Okay, right, ma'am. So थोड़ा डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन करती हूँ एक जनरल लाइफस्टाइल को देखते हुए कि टू सी मोर वुमेन इन इसरो इन साइंस एंड इंजीनियरिंग इसरो में महिलाओं की मौजूदगी बढ़े और विज्ञान की दुनिया में ज़्यादा हम महिलाओं को देख सकें. सो व्हाट सजेशन यू वुड लाइक टू ऐड इन दिस रिगार्ड?
It's one thing is it is not only ISRO or anything. Whatever you have a passion in it, you please pursue whatever you have the passion. Which field you have the passion, you please pursue that, and with utmost focus and perseverance. So that is required for any field. It need not be space, because engineering and technology now in every walks of life. It is not only in space. Space maybe it is a cutting edge technologies we will be utilizing it because of its nature of it. But otherwise for the public, for the real time, everything, real life scenarios, lot of technology plays a major role, and we are living with the technology. So whichever field you choose, and you please be focused on it, dedicated, and be passionate, and have a perseverance.
But still, ma'am, I would say still leading in this 21st century, एक महिला को अपनी काबिलियत सिद्ध करने के लिए पुरुषों के मुकाबले कहीं ज़्यादा संघर्ष करना पड़ता है. Still in this era, does a woman have to struggle much more than men to prove her abilities? What are your thoughts on this?
No, it is an unconscious bias. That's what I say. Because we always feel we women have this one, we have to balance between our family life as well as the professional life. See, something we need not be very strict on it. We have to inculcate in our family and the children, because they are going to be the future. Our generation, at least, we have much better than the yesteryears as far as women empowerment is concerned. So we need to, it should start from our family, and we should teach our children that there is nothing specific that women is better or women is lower. It is the mutual respect. There is nothing like he is better or you are better. all are doing the same work, but with a mutual respect. That what is lacking because of lack in mutual respect, only all these biases are creeping in. So that we should start
But
from
still,
our family.
ma'am, the mindset need to be changed.
Yes, the society has to change a
Yeah,
lot.
exactly, for
So
women.
that's what I'm telling. That has to start from us. We
Exactly.
mothers has to be instrumental in changing that, and slowly, maybe after a few generations, you will have a better way.
Right. So who was real Nigar Shah? If you were not involved in the field of science, engineering, space, where do you think we would have seen you?
Actually, basically, I was either you would have seen me in a sports field. I was
Okay.
an athlete in my school days. Maybe I would have gone in that direction, or I had lot of interest in becoming a fighter pilot also.
Okay.
So something
Right.
else I would have got.
Oh, lovely. So in the end, your message, your closing remarks to the younger crowd और आने वाली महिलाओं के लिए.
Okay, but never stop learning. That is my message, because learning is a continuous process and it has to go on, and there is no alternate for hard work. Hard work always pays you, maybe immediately or maybe later.
Well said, ma'am. Well said. Hard work and persistence and perseverance and dedication is very much required. So thank you, ma'am. It was pleasure speaking with you today. तो ये थी हमारे साथ निगर शाह जी, जिन्होंने अपने जीवन में आए उतार चढ़ावों, करियर, इसरो में अपनी जर्नी और आदित्य L1 के बारे में हमसे खुलकर चर्चा की. उनके अनुभवों, उपलब्धियों और अंतरिक्ष अनुसंधान को आगे बढ़ाने में उनकी भूमिका पर जो बातें निगर जी ने करी, वो आने वाली महिलाओं के लिए मार्गदर्शक बनेगी. और अंत में मैं कहना चाहूंगी, हर मिशन में, हर अनुसंधान में तेरी पहचान. तू है वो प्रेरणा जो दिखाती है नई राह आसान. आकाश की गहराई में तूने पाया है मुकाम. अंतरिक्ष की दुनिया में झिलमिलाता तेरा नाम. इसी के साथ मैं डॉक्टर अनुभा जैन आप सभी से अलविदा लेना चाहूंगी. धन्यवाद.